Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Priscilla here, a food and a lifestyle vlogger. So today guys, I'm going to show you how I make my Nigerian puff puff. So if you want to know more, keep on watching and let's quickly get started. So here guys, in making Nigerian puff puff, everybody has his own specific recipe. It is a very simple recipe making Nigerian puff puff. So today I'm going to show you how I specifically make my own Nigerian puff puff. So without wasting a lot of your time, we're going to dive into the ingredients that I'm going to use. So here I have all-purpose flour that I've already sieved and prepared. Here I have some spices, nutmeg spices. Here I have some cinnamon spices as well. So I have some cinnamon spices that I'm going to use alongside with the nutmeg. So I'm going to mix the two of it. I'm going to use a teaspoon of this, and then a teaspoon of this. So I'm going to mix two of it. It is a choice. You can use neither of this or that. But for me, I'm going to mix up the two of it today. So going on, I have this instant yeast here. I'm going to use a packet of it for 2 cups of flour. So I'm using a packet of this yeast. So how many is a packet? It is 11 gram. One packet is 11 gram. So I'm going to use 1 packet of this because this is the type of yeast that I'm having now. So I'm going to do with what I have. You can use the other type of yeast, the activated yeast. You can as well use that one if you have it. But for now, I'm using this because that is what I have at hand. So here I'm going to use a teaspoon of salt. So I'm using a teaspoon of salt in this mixture. I'm going to use a cup of sugar. So it's left for you the amount of sugar you put in. You can use more or you can use less. So I'm using 1 cup for this recipe. So guys, let's quickly get started and start mixing things up. So least I forgot, I'm going to use, this is optional, I'm using some butter for my recipe because the butter is going to make it more soft and it's going to make it more moisturized. 50 grams of butter. So I'm going to melt this butter and I'm going to add it to the flour as we go on. So for water guys, I'm going to use really 1 cup of water. Everything depends on what you want, the consistency of your donut, if you want it really soft, if you want it hard or whatever. So everything depends. I'm going to show you the consistency of my donut, of my dough. So in using water, you're going to use warm water. Warm water, not too hot and not too cold. So in this case, I'm going to use 1 cup of water, but with time, be it that I adjust to add more or to add less. But for the meantime, I'm using 1 cup of warm water. That is nutmeg and cinnamon powder. So here I am going to add my salt. So the essence of adding salt in this is to just bring out and pop up the taste of the whole thing, put them together, and make it delicious. And that is the essence of adding salt in this and in any of our food as well. So I'm going to mix this together. I'm going to still mix it together. So here I'm going to add my butter. Then I'm going to start adding my water. So I've added my full cup of water. So I'm mixing everything. So guys, that is the consistency we are looking for. This is the consistency we are looking for in puff puff. So here now, I've stopped mixing it, and then here I'm going to keep it in a warm place. Cover it, keep it in a warm place for about 40 minutes before I start frying it, right? So maybe I'm going to keep it inside my oven. It is a warm place to be. I'm going to keep it there. Then I come back and take it after 40 minutes. So guys, I'm going to show you the equipment I'm going to use for measuring the dough once it is ready to be fried. So this is an ice cream screw. You can equally use this to measure your dough as you put it in the oil. You can use this to measure it, but I am not using this. I am using the pastry bag. Here you can see that. I hope you can see that properly. You can see it properly. So I'm using this bag here with this. So let me show you how I'm going to do it. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. I've not used it before, but I've seen people who use it. So you're going to like, oop, you block it here, then you cut off here, you cut off the mouth here, you cut it off, make it round, and then you put your dough. You put your dough right in there, then you pop it, you squeeze it, and it pops out from this hole here. So that is, I'm going to cut it, then I cut it each time I pop it, I cut it with a scissors, just to the quantity that I need. So let me just see how it's going to be, but this is what I'm going to use for today. So I'm going to use this, or you can use your hands as well. So if you don't want to use your hands to, to do that, still that type of, squeezing it, taking it, then squeezing it into the oil or what type, you can use this simple method, simple and clean line method. So that is it. For me, I'm going to use this today. So we're gonna see how it's the outcome of it. So guys, let's check our dough. I just brought it out from the oven. So look, voila. This is the outcome of the dough. Let me show you properly. See that? You see that? So it has risen and softened as well. So now I'm going to put it into this patisserie bag and start the cooking. I mean, start the frying, because we're going to fry the dough. So here's my oil. So guys, make sure that this puff puff is not fried on a high temperature, because it's going to cook at the exterior and not the interior. So I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna cut it open like that. So here is my dough, guys. Look at. So this is the way I use it. This is the way I'm going to do it today. That, guys, that is how it is, and do not fail to turn it at each time so that the other side of it will cook well, so as to make sure that the both sides are well cooked. So look at how, make sure they are brown before you bring them out, and well cooked as well. So look at how it is popping up. Look at how it is. So that is how it should be. It's how it should be. So here we go again. So you make sure you don't put a lot at once. Make sure you don't put a lot a lot quantity at a time so that it will, I mean, they will have spaces. They will space out in order to make it easy for cooking. Guys, here is my puff puff. Here is the finish. So guys, here is the finished look of my puff puff. I mean guys, you need to try this recipe. I mean, by the time you add butter to this recipe, it's going to change many things. I mean, it's going to change completely the taste. It's going to change, it's going to make it softer than you knew it. So that is my puff puff. Look at that. Look at. Just look at how soft it looks. Even when I was breaking it, it looks so soft. Look. So soft. Look at. So that is how it looks. And even the spices that I added to it, the cinnamon spice and the nutmeg spice, they all married together and gave it an outstanding taste. You need to try this recipe, guys. It is very beautiful and very tasteful. Delicious puff puff. Very delicious Nigerian puff puff. Delicious. That is delicious. So guys, I hope you love this recipe of Nigerian puff puff. If you like it, do not forget to like on my liking section, and then subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. Share this video and then invite your friends to subscribe to my channel as well. So guys, I'm leaving you here to see you on my next tutorial. If you like this video, hit on the like button. Hit on the like button. See you on my next vlog. Bye bye.